Hello everyone. The title of our project is Genealogical Reconstruction of Research Papers, presented by Tanmay Sharma and Aman. The aim of this project is to develop a data structure that can aid in tracking the papers and help in understanding the lineage of the research papers in a particular field. We use a two-step approach to do so. Classification of citations in the network and then constructing a genealogical tree for better visualization and understanding. Here is a genealogical tree of research papers that denote the lineage of the citations. So why do we construct a genealogical tree? So there has been an exponential increase in the number of research papers being published over the last few decades. It has become difficult to keep track of relevant literature in a field. This data structure will be very useful in understanding the lineage of any research topic. Authors can also use it to access the impact of their work. It will capture information diffusion between papers. The node in the tree will represent papers and edges between nodes will describe what information was passed. In the two-step approach, first, we deal with the classification of citation function, where we identify the intent of the author as why he cited the paper. In the classification, we will provide the annotation scheme in citation function in various categories. The next step involves the construction of genealogy tree to apprehend and visualize the information from one paper to another so as to get the better understanding the lineage of research works. Let us look some of the related works. So these are some of the major works done which helped us defining our approach. One of the most influential work is genealogical tree construction of scientific paper, which were done by Michael Charles Waumans and Hugh Bersini. They rank papers according to their current in degree and prediction of citation counts and future popularity. The genealogical tree was constructed based on static study and can be extended to dynamic application. The categorization of article was based on their growth in citations over time. Let us look at the algorithm. So these are the dataset papers used in this approach where the time of publication and citations are the main feature. For paper A to be child of B, A should cite B. B must show its citation decreasing in degree growth. A must show its citation increasing in degree growth. The algorithm used by them was recursive depth first. The other similar algorithm was PageRank, CiteRank, and FutureRank. Some of the shortcomings of this approach was that the intent of the citation is not taken into account. Also, not all papers who have cited a particular paper should not qualify as children nodes in the tree. For identifying children node in the paper, they categorize the reasons of citations. Citation generally happen for comparison and contrast in method or results or using the previous method as starting point or using the dataset given in the paper. Some citations are more likely to be child papers as compared to others, such as dataset papers, survey papers, or the paper which has significant improvement in the results, or the introduction of a highly novel method in the field is produced in that paper. The other major work done in this field was automatic classification of citation function by Simon Toffel. This was aimed to find strong interdependency between citation function and sentiment classification. This was model for information retrieval application, that is, for improved citation indexing, better bibliographical measures, etc. In the figure, we can show there are four top-level annotation schemes, such as compare contrast in goals or methods. Author work is stated to be superior to cited works. Comparison and contrast in results. Contrast between two cited methods. The dataset used in Simon Toffel paper was the citation function classification corpus created by Toffel himself, which consisted 116 CFC annotated conference article in XML format. The features used for machine learning citation function were Q phrases, verb tense and voice, overall location of sentence containing a reference. Simon Toffel in his paper used a simple IBK classifier with 10-fold cross-validation. The 116 articles dataset consisted 2,829 citation instances tagged in one of the annotation schemes. The paper or POS tagged. Overlap of citing and cited authors detect self-citation and all other features identified. These are the 10-fold cross-validation results. The evaluation metrics used in this paper are percentage accuracy, kappa, like macro F. Macro F and kappa were used to measure success particularly on the rare categories. Also, percentage accuracy tends to overestimate the contribution in frequent categories. The shortcoming of this paper was that it cannot perform on large dataset. It relies on hand engineering features such as linguistic patterns and cue phrases.
We started by building a dataset of research papers from various conferences and augmented the existing dataset proposed by Simon Tufel. We collected around 5,000 papers from ICLR, 9,600 papers from NeurIPS, and around 40,000 papers from ACL Anthology Conference. The next task was to extract the detail of the references, such as its context, year of citation, etc. We use Science Parser, which is an open source tool developed by Allen Institute of AI for this purpose. From this information, we then constructed a citation network. The nodes represent the research papers such that the direction of edge points towards the child, and the details about the citation were also stored. Here are some of the statistics related to the network. We had more than 350,000 nodes and 933,000 unique edges. The most cited paper had 2,187 citations, and the paper with the most number of references had cited 390 papers. We used an annotation scheme proposed by Simon Tufel by modifying it and removing the categories which did not qualify as a potential child. This includes neutral citations and courtesy citations. Here is the annotation scheme we used. The citations that do not qualify as first 7 categories are marked as none. Here are the statistics of the citations in different categories. The most popular category was P-modi, since most paper use algorithms or tools or data from the other paper. We further plan to classify all the edges in the network using neural networks and will be experimenting with some of them. Once we have the labeled edges, we can then find if a child is stealing the parent's citations. This can be done by checking if the child's citation increase as the number of citation received by the parent decreases. This genealogy tree data structure can have various applications. A dynamic model can be developed that tracks the citation received by papers, and if the trend qualifies a particular parameter, it can add the child to parent's genealogy tree. The person who want to find a paper for reference in a particular field can easily find the latest publication on the topic. Work done in a field can also be tracked similarly. This can be applied to other disciplines as well. All we need is to build a dataset and manually annotate a part of it, and then apply the same algorithm and the same process to it. Thank you.